I don't know. Okay, so we start with the equational systems. As I told you, we are on page 160. Let's start. I will share my screen with you. Okay. So, well, if we go to the book, the first thing we have to take into account is what's an equation. Okay, what's an equation, and and what's the meaning of it? Okay, we're used to solve equations like, I don't know, 2x, one simple one plus one equals 2, for example. This is an equation. Okay, an equation for you, it's an equality between two members, the first members, or the member in the left and the member in the right. Okay, so when we have that equality, we have an equation. An equation is to find out what's the value of x, okay, that makes this equality true. Okay, that's an equation. An equation has a noun. This equation, for example, for example, has the noun x. Okay, you can have several unknowns. For example, this is another equation: y plus x equals 2. Okay, this is another equation. What's the problem in the problem? What's the problem in this equation? We have two unknowns, x and y. Okay, but this is an equation too because it's an equality between two algebraic expressions. Okay, do you understand that an equation is an equality between two things? Okay, until here we are okay, I think. Okay, do you have any question about that? No, you don't have to copy, Jorge. You only have to understand. Any question? That's an equation, two things in an equality. Okay, no questions. So we can continue. What's happening here? For example, this is an equation with two unknowns. Okay, with two unknowns. Can anyone give me a solution for that equation, please? Writing on the chat. X plus y equals 2. No, that's not a solution, Alvaro. Thank you for trying. Y equals 2x is another equation with two unknowns. Oliver, thank you for trying. Y equals 1.5 is not, oh, that's it. What Oliver is writing there, do you see it? Y equals 1.5 and x equals 0.5 would be a solution, because if you add 1.5 plus 0.5, you will have 2. Okay. Victor, 1 and 1, another option, y or x equals 1 and y equals 1. This is another solution because 1 plus 1 equals 2. Okay. Alejandro is giving a solution, but I don't know which one exactly. Do you understand that, for example, Pablo Luis, very well, 0 and 2, another option here. We can say this is 0, x 0, y 2. So 2 plus 0 equals 2. This would be true, okay? Do you see that, or Oliver adds another one, it's okay, 1.3 and 0.7, for example, yes. So do you, all of you understand that here in this equation, we have an infinite number of solutions? We can have, I don't know, 0 and 2, 1 and 1, 1.5 and 0.5, I don't know, 3 and minus 1, okay? So this equation has infinite solutions, okay? Okay, do you understand that? Okay, so if you understand that, let's define what's a system, okay? A system, I don't know if it's in the book, I suppose it isn't. A system is a set. It's a set of equations with a shared solution. That's a system, okay? A system, an equational system, is a set, conjunto in Spanish, of equations with a shared solution, with the same solution, okay? So, for example, if I take this equation and I take another one, I don't know, y plus, I don't know, y minus x equals 2, or better, 0. And I want to have it as a system, okay? To solve this system would be to find the value of y and x that makes the first equality true and the second equality true, both of them at the same time. For example, we have said a lot of possible solutions for y plus x equals 2, okay? We could say a lot of possible solutions for y minus x equals 0. For example, I don't know, 3 and 3. I'm going to write x and y. For example, 3 and 3, or 5 and 5, or 6 and 6, okay? So the solution of this system, of these two equations at the same time, there's a system to solve the equations or several equations at the same time. The solution of the system would be the solution of the first equation that is also the solution of the second equation, okay? Do you understand that idea? Any question about that? That's solving a system. To solve a system is to solve all the equations of that system, okay, at the same time. So your solution is going to be the numbers that make all of them at the same time true, okay? Oliver, you can turn on your microphone if you want. You want to ask something.
Antonio,
Yes.
¿puedo explicarlo en español? Porque no sé cómo decirlo más o menos.
Eh?
Que si lo puedo decir en español.
Yes, okay.
Por ejemplo, no sé cuál ha sido. Víctor ha puesto que Y es 1 y X es 1. O sea, no sé si
Yes.
dos incógnitas pueden valer.
Yes,
Pueden tener el mismo
the
valor.
value can be the same. Yes, of
Vale.
course. For example, if the unknown is your hate, okay, your hate is the same than other people hate,
Ok.
or your age. Better. For example, imagine that one unknown is your age, and other unknown is the age of Sarai. I don't know. Perhaps you have the same age.
Ok.
Okay, so yes, it can be. Moreover, the solution of this system is, who knows, the solution of this system of the two equations at the same time.
But we do in our notebook. Or...
No, just looking at it, just looking this, you should be able to imagine a solution for both of them at the same time. One, Eric and Hector, Alejandro, it's okay that you put 1, but 1 is not a solution because a solution of the system is a value for y and for x. For example, like here, 1.5 and 0.5. That's it, Agustin and Alvaro, and probably Eric and Hector and all the people that wrote 1. The solution here would be 1 and 1. Okay? So the solution of this system will be x equals 1 and y equals 1. Okay, that will be the solution. Do you agree with this? Because 1 plus 1 equals 2 and y minus 1 equals 0. Okay, any question until here? All of you understand this? No questions? Okay, so that's a system, and to find the solution of a system is to find a value for every unknown that makes every equation true. Okay, so let's go. To solve a system, we have several steps to do. First, prepare every equation, first of all. This means to have every equation ordered. I will put an example now, okay? That's the first step. Second, apply a method. You know that there are 3 methods, but well, I will tell you 3 methods for add: substitution, equalization, and reduction. Reduction is eliminación in Spanish. Okay, I continue. Third step. Check the solution, that's all. Okay, that's all. What's the problem? The problem is here, and apply a method, okay? We have to see what are the methods, okay? But that's all, okay? How to prepare the equation? This means, I don't know, clean brackets, clean denominators, move terms, all of that, okay? And then apply a method. For example, let's go with an example. Imagine that we have, I'm going to use paint perhaps better. Imagine that we have this system. No, this one now. Another, a little bit more complicated. For example, this one, okay? Imagine we have this system, okay? We want to solve it. Here we are. Okay, so to solve it, first of all, we say, that's it. First of all, we say, okay, prepare every equation. We have to prepare it, okay? In this case, what I'm going to do is to move this 3x to the left, okay? So we have all the unknowns on one side and all the numbers in the other side. So instead of writing this, I would write y minus 3x equals 2, okay? So this 3x, that is positive in an addition, is in the first term in a subtraction, and the other equation I do nothing, okay? X minus y equals 0, okay? Do you understand what I have done here? I suppose so. I just moved a 3x to the right. I'm going to copy this. So my first step, in order my first step is going to be to move this 3x to the first term, okay? Questions here? I suppose you don't have it, but well, I just tell you. So now I have done method 1, okay? The first point. I have prepared every equation, so I have them ordered, okay? I have the letters on the left and the numbers on the right. For example, I could do another thing. For example, I could say, okay, I'm going to move the x so I see it better this way, okay? And the other equation, I do nothing. Okay, do you understand that? It's another thing we could do if we want. So not needed, but it's something we could be doing, okay? Questions here? If someone wants to ask something, you can turn on your microphone, okay? It doesn't matter.
Antonio.
Dime.
Justo es lo que acabas de marcar. ¿Por qué es y menos 3x igual a 2 y no a igual a menos 2?
Ah, pero te lo digo. ¿Sabes por qué? Porque lo tengo mal.
Ah.
Así de sencillo.
Me lo figuraba.
Me lo figuraba, ¿no?
Sí, pero mejor preguntar.
Thank you, because you have said something that is simply true, okay? This is -2, not 2.
Antonio,
Tell me.
¿puedes intentar hacerle un poco de zoom a las operaciones? Es que no veo cuando hay un menos, cuando hay un más y eso.
Toma.
Así.
Toma
Gracias.
zoom. Nada. I'm trying, but it's really difficult to. Move a minus here. Well, it's going to be easier if I write it here. Tell me.
Paint a line with.
Yes, but I think it's going to be easier for me if I just write this. It's better aboard, I think. Oof, Discord now. That's it. Let's continue. It's -2 here. And the other thing here. That's just because of a minus. But well, it is what it is. We have to do things correctly. Okay. Until here, any question? Do you understand the idea? First of all, prepare the equation, the system. Okay. And now the method. Okay. To apply a method. First method, the method we have to see today, substitution, have several steps. Okay. First step, select the unknown to isolate. Okay. Second step, substitute the unknown. Third step, solve the equation. And fourth step, find the other unknown. This is Jorge and others that could ask. This is what you have to have in theory. Okay. Let's go to solve the system using substitution. Okay. So we have this system. Okay. System here. We have it prepared. We have done first step and we have prepared the system. Okay. This is my system. So what I'm going to do now is to select the unknown to isolate. Okay. Usually better is positive and no coefficient. This is the best thing you can do to select the unknown to isolate. So I could isolate y because it's positive and the coefficient, well, no coefficient means coefficient 1. Remember monomials. Okay. I could select this x or this y. Do you see it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate this x, for example. Okay. So to isolate this x, what I have to do is to move this y that is in a subtraction to the right. So what I will have is x equals y directly. This is what I will have. Okay. Do you understand this step? Because I have isolated the x, or better, I'm going to copy only x. Questions here? Do you understand? X equals y. Coming from here. Okay, so x is alone now. We have done the first step. We have selected the unknown to isolate. Okay. Now we are going to substitute it. Y esto lo voy a decir en español. Ya hemos dejado una variable sola. ¿Vale? Hemos dicho, bueno, pues esta x es igual a y ya está sola. Bueno, igual que está la y también sola, la que tú quieras realmente, pero bueno, nosotros hemos dejado sola la x. ¿Qué estamos diciendo? Que donde digo x puedo decir y, porque es lo mismo. ¿Se entiende? ¿Qué hago ahora? Sustituirla. Sustituirla en la otra ecuación. In the other equation. ¿Vale? Entonces, yo aquí en esta de aquí, en la segunda, lo he dejado solo. Pues ahora sustituyo en la primera. Y en vez de poner x, pongo y. ¿Vale? O sea, yo tenía esta, ¿no? Tenía esta. Pues en vez de menos 3x más y igual a 2, ya no voy a usar la x. Ahora voy a usar la y. Sería menos 3 y más y igual a 2. ¿Vale? Si no se entiende, no os preocupéis que ahora voy a poner otro ejemplo, ¿vale? Repito. En vez de la x que tenía aquí, en vez de esta x de aquí, voy a ponerle más zoom, como me han pedido también. En vez de esta x de aquí, pongo una y. ¿Por qué pongo una y? Porque x es lo mismo que y. ¿Vale? Entonces, ¿qué me ha quedado ahora? Una ecuación de primer grado. What do we have now? A first degree equation. And now I can solve this equation. Okay? So this is what we have done, substituting. I will do another example now, okay? So don't worry. So if we have this equation, because we have substituted, I'm going to put it on the right here. Okay, we have this equation. Now we can solve this equation. It's really simple. To solve this equation, well, this is stupid and you know very well. This is like minus 2y equals 2. So y equals 2 over minus 2 over minus 2 equals minus 1. Okay. This is the whole equation solved. Understand that? So what we have done now, okay, we selected the x on the second equation and isolated it. Then we substituted this x for this one. And now we have solved the equation we had. So y equals minus 1. Here I have, when I do that, I have one value. Okay. Now I have to find the other one. How do I find the other one? Okay, just checking what I did here. I'm saying that y equals minus 1. And I'm saying that x equals y. So if y equals minus 1 and x equals y, x equals minus 1. It's direct. X equals y. So x equals minus 1. So my solution, my final solution is x equals minus 1 and y equals minus 1. Okay, that's the solution of the system. Okay, I'm going to copy this. This would be the other solution. Okay, y equals minus 1 and x equals minus 1. So what we have said? We have said, first of all, to solve a system, we have to prepare every equation. Once they are prepared, we have to apply a method. In this case, we are just seeing substitution. To do substitution, we first of all select the noun to isolate. Then we substitute that noun. Then we solve the equation, and then we find the other noun. When we know the two unknowns, we have solved the system. What do we have to do? We have applied a method, so now we have to check the solution. Okay? To check the solution, we say that solutions are minus 1 and minus 1. We go here and we say, okay, my system was this one. This was the system. This was the system, okay? So we say the solution is x equals minus 1 and y equals minus 1. So we only have to check it. To check it, we say minus 1 equals 3 times minus 1 minus 2. And minus 1 minus minus 1 equals 0. Do you understand what I'm writing here? Probably not. I'm writing this equation, but instead y and x, I'm writing minus 1 and minus 1. And check it. Do you understand that? Questions? Do you understand to check it?
Antonio, una cosa.
Dime, Ángela.
Que antes has puesto menos 3x más y igual a menos 2 y luego porque has puesto x igual a y.
Porque este Y está restando, ¿verdad? La puedes pasar a la derecha sumando.
Vale.
Entonces, ¿qué queda? X igual a 0 más Y, es decir, X igual a Y. Eso lo he hecho en este paso. Dejando sola la X, para dejar sola la X lo que he hecho es esta Y que estaba restando y que sobra, pues para la derecha.
Vale.
Pablo Luis, repeat everything. Venga, lo repito en español, ¿vale? Tengo que repetirlo rapidito. Venga, hemos dicho que un sistema...
Antonio, solo era lo último, ¿eh?
Okay, so how to check it?
Yes.
Okay, so to check it is really simple because it's the same that we do with equations. To check it, we say we have done the system and we have said that the solution is y equals -1 and y equals -1 and x equals -1. The only thing we have to do is to come here, and instead of y, write -1, and instead of x, write -1. And check if it's the same result. And here in the second equation, the same. Instead of x, write -1, and instead of y, write -1. This is what I have done here. X -1 minus y -1 equals 0. This is true because this is -1 plus 1, and this is 0. And here I have done the same with the first equation, with this one. -1 y equals 3 times x, 3 times -1, -2. Is this true or not?
Yes.
¿Quién ha dicho yes? No, Pablo Luis, it's not true. No, not F. Ángel, Manuel García Garrido, you want to say something?
Yes, I'd like.
Come on, tell us.
For example, if we have -1 and -1 in both unknowns, if you do the check in the first, in the y equal 3x minus 2, the result wouldn't be -1 equals -1, but would be -1 equals -5, and that's not an equality.
Do you understand, all of you? Do you understand that -1 and -1 is not true here? Nieves, if you take -1 for y and -1 for x here, you will have -1 equals -3 -2. You would have, well, here. If you continue with this line, you will have -1 equals -3 -2. And you will have -1 equals -5. And this is not true. That's what Ángel is saying. Do you understand, Nieves? The problem we have. Okay. So, Álvaro, yes, I understand you. But the problem is that we have to do it here. Okay? There is a mistake here. Did you see the mistake in this system? Lo digo en español, ¿vale? Que me quedan 15 minutos y quiero que quede claro el método y hacer otro ejemplo. Vamos a ver, tengo este sistema, ¿vale? Y igual a 3x menos 2, x menos y igual a 0. Lo estoy solucionando. ¿Qué hago primero? La preparo, ¿vale? Aquí está preparado ya. Aquí lo he movido todo para que esté preparadito y me pueda tirar a ello. He decidido que lo voy a hacer por sustitución, es decir, dejo sola esta x, ¿vale? Una vez dejada sola, me vengo aquí y sustituyo. En esta ecuación de aquí arriba, sustituyo. Al resolver me da que y vale -1. como y me vale menos 1 y x es lo mismo que y, digo que x vale menos 1. Ya lo he resuelto por sustitución. Ahora lo que hago es comprobar. Voy a comprobar, ¿vale? ¿Qué pasa? Que al comprobarla nos estamos dando cuenta que 1 menos 1 no es igual a menos 5, ¿vale? Aquí sí da bien, porque menos 1 menos menos 1 es menos 1 más 1, que es igual a 0. Eso sí está bien. La segunda sí estaría bien, pero la primera no. Por lo tanto, el sistema tiene un fallo, ¿vale? Yo sé dónde está el fallo. ¿Alguien encuentra dónde está el fallo en este sistema? Esa es la pregunta. Os lo dejo ahí un ratillo para que lo veáis. En concreto os dejo 1 minuto y medio y el que me lo diga se lleva un positivazo muy rico.
De -2.
¿De -2 dónde?
A la derecha.
Aquí, ¿no? ¿Quién está hablando?
Ángel Manuel García.
Garrido, ¿no? Muy bien, Ángel. Ahí está el fallo. ¿Veis que he copiado mal esta ecuación? Esto tiene un -2 aquí que no lo he puesto aquí. ¿Se ve o no?
Sí.
Sí, tú sí. Yo digo si lo ven los demás.
Ah, vale.
Sí, sí lo veo.
Vale, perfecto. Pues ese es el fallo. Si esto lo hiciésemos bien... Digo que no me deja, tío. Esto sería un menos, esto sería un menos y esto sería un +1. Por lo tanto, la solución sería 1 y 1. Lo voy a escribir bien. Joder, después de todo lo que he hecho, tío, de verdad, qué pesadilla, ¿eh?
Antonio, arriba
Dime.
en la aplicación de Paint, arriba pone que puedes dibujar figuras. Pues puedes poner una línea.
Tienes razón, pero lo voy a intentar con la línea así. Venga. Chusquero queda de la leche. Pero por lo menos queda, ¿no? Un +1. Y por tanto esto sería +1. ¿Se ve la corrección? Gracias, Oliver. ¿Se ve la corrección? ¿Se entiende? ¿Todo el mundo lo entiende? ¿Qué te pasa, loro? Yeah. Ok, me alegro. AR. Bueno, pues la cosa es la que es. +1, que esto... Uy, Dios mío, qué feo, pero esto parece una cruz más que un más, pero bueno, es lo que hay. +1 y +1. Y ahora habría que comprobarla, ¿vale? La compruebo. 1 tendría que ser lo mismo, lo escribo aquí, ¿vale? Ahora todo esto cambia, porque ya no decimos que la solución sea -1 y -1. Ahora decimos que la solución es 1 y 1. ¿Vale? Para comprobarla, pues 1 tiene que ser lo mismo que 3 por 1 menos 2. ¿Se entiende lo que he hecho? En la primera ecuación compruebo que vale. Y 1 es igual a 3 por 1 menos 2. Sí, porque 1 es igual a 3 menos 2. ¿Vale? Y que 1 menos 1 es igual a 0. Comprobada, está bien, todos felices. ¿Preguntas? ¿Se entiende? ¿No? ¿Dudas? ¿Vale? Perfecto. Okay, so this is your theory. This is your theory today, okay? That's only. We're going to solve another system, okay? In the next 12 minutes that we have, we're going to solve another one. If you want, try to do it at home with your pencil or wherever, okay? At the same time. I'm going to take one system, I don't know, this one, for example. No, because it's not ordered. Well, yes, this one. 3x minus y equals 3, okay? I'm going to copy 3x minus y equals 3, and x plus 2y equals x plus 2y equals 8. Okay, this is my system. I'm going to solve it. So to solve it, you can do it at home if you, while I'm doing here, while I'm doing it here, okay? So to solve it, first of all, I have to prepare it. And I see, this is the first thing we have to do, to prepare every equation. I see this equation is ordered for me, and I see this equation is ordered too, okay? So what do we have to do? Nothing. It's already prepared. So I'm going to go to second step to apply the method. Which method I'm going to apply? Substitution, okay, because it's the one we're starting with. Okay, so we select the unknown to isolate. Looking at here, the unknown that we should isolate, because it will be easier, it's this x. okay, because it's the only one that is positive and has coefficient 1. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. From this equation, I write x equals 8 minus 2y. Okay. Questions there? Do you understand that? This is my first step to isolate all of these. We're going to start with this one, okay? Questions? I hope all of you understand that very well, because I think it's not nothing difficult to understand. I'm not sure, but well. So my first step is going to be to isolate the thing that is better to isolate. You can isolate any unknown, but in general, it's useful to isolate, as I told you, okay? Okay, so x equals 8 minus 2y. What I'm going to do now? Well, I'm going to go here to go to this equation, okay? And instead of x, I'm going to write 8 minus 2y. Okay. Do you understand the idea? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to this equation, but instead of x, we are going to substitute the x using 8 minus 2y. Okay. So what does it mean? Well, instead of writing 3x minus y equals 3, I'm going to write 3, not x, 8 minus 2y. Because 8 minus 2y is x. Questions? Do you understand? This is the difficult step for you. When you substitute, lo repito en español, este es el paso que os resulta complicado, este de aquí. Hemos dejado solo algo, la x es esta, y ahora en la otra ecuación, en vez de x, 3x, escribimos ese algo, 3 por ese algo. Y hay que usar siempre paréntesis, porque tú estás multiplicando por 8 menos 2y, por todo eso, por 8 menos 2y. Questions there? Isolate. It doesn't matter which equation you start to isolate. The only thing is that if you isolate something in the first equation, you have to substitute in the other one. Okay. Any other question? Okay. This is the step you hate most. Okay, but it's really simple. It's just if you isolate x in the second equation, well, in the first equation, instead of x, right, what you have at the other side. And now the system is done, okay, because this is just equations. This is really simple. The system is done because we have one equation here that we have to solve. That's all. 3 times 8, 24. 3 times minus 2y, minus 6y. Equals, no, sorry, don't forget this minus y. Equals 3, okay? I have removed the brackets. What do we have now? 24 minus 7y equals 3. Okay? And now minus 7y equals 3 minus 24. This is an equation, okay? A normal equation. Minus 7y equals minus 24. So y equals minus 24 divided by minus 7. And this is, no, sorry, minus 21. And this is 3. Okay. Do you understand the idea? More or less centered. As
Antonio, I don't understand why. Okay, the 24 is because you multiply 8 and 3, no?
Yes. 3 times the bracket, so 3 times 8, 24. Yeah. To remove the bracket, you have to multiply for every addend. 3 times 8 and 3 times minus 2y. Is that the question, Gonzalo? Okay, so solved. Okay, I now have the solution for y. Okay, y equals 3.